What is up, friends, and welcome back, or welcome to my cozyverse. Today I have some exciting news to share with you guys. We have reached over 400 friendos in our cozyverse, and we are going to celebrate today with doing the last part of Hozy, doing a speed, clean, and decorate through with a Q&A as well, because every 100 subscribers that we are gained here on my cozyverse, or aka my YouTube channel, we do a Q&A video, and I plan on doing this for another few videos until we get to 1,000 subscribers, which is going to be a much bigger project. But in the meantime, this is really just to help with you guys to get to know me a little bit more as your host, and also just to help with sharing you guys some of the vibes that I plan on having for future videos. I chose to actually play Hozy for this Q&A because this is one that I am extremely passionate about. I love how detailed this game is. Not to mention, I wanted to actually come and say that they recently came up with an update with doing a sandbox mode, and I want to check that out closer to the end of this video, which I think that we'll continue playing Hozy on streams, but in terms of continuing a series per se, we'll probably hold off on that unless they come up with new rooms and new buildings and things like that. Then maybe we'll have it again on the channel. But really quick, I want you guys to just hear all of the craziness that happened in this specific scene. Listen. I love the sound effects that they use in this game. It's incredible. Also, as I was doing this level, I found a stairway, a hidden stairway to nowhere. Literally, look at this, guys. And then as I was playing it, I was like, where's the end? Where's the bottom? And I thought it was really funny. So I wanted to point that out. But actually getting into the moment that you've been waiting for, let's jump into this Q&A while we do a bunch of decorating here. A lot of the questions that were submitted by subscribers either on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever, they were very Animal Crossing related because I do play a lot of Animal Crossing, guys. The bread and butter to my channel. The bread and butter to my channel is in fact Animal Crossing New Horizons. We're probably not going to veer away from that unless they come out with a new Animal Crossing. Then of course we'll come and take a look at that. But the first few questions are going to be Animal Crossing New Horizons related. And the first question that we have today is, which Animal Crossing NPC do you see yourself being best friends with? And then who would be my frenemy? So my Animal Crossing NPC bestie is probably Celeste, because I love that she is into celestial bodies and the stars. Not to mention, her design is super duper cute. I love all of the pink kind of vibes, and her voice sounds very peaceful. Not to mention, I love that she kind of has a rarity in the game of showing up, because you'll be like, oh, Celeste is here. That means that we're gonna have shooting stars tonight, usually. And I think that that's something that adds to the specialness to her character, is that she only comes every once in a while, not even once a week, but you know that it's gonna be a good day when Celeste shows up. And then my frenemy is, I didn't know whether or not to answer it as an NPC or whether or not to choose a villager, but my frenemy has to be Puddles, because I think that Puddles is really cute. However, every time that I have her and Shino on the same island, Puddles always makes Shino cry by saying something mean to her or something, and I'm just like, girl, what is going on? Why are you being mean to my bestie Shino? And so yeah, that's that's why we have a love-hate relationship. I love her design, she's really cute, but we're gonna go ahead and we're going to move on to the last build, or the last level of Hozy. I just wanted to say that was the dreamscape build or whatever. This last one is actually the Lighthouse, and I will have to tell you, while I was playing this, I totally flipped my lid. I was so excited to decorate the interior of a lighthouse. I think that it was absolutely gorgeous. You'll see what I mean here in a minute, but we're gonna go ahead and keep on moving to the next question, which is in fact, what is my favorite item in Animal Crossing? And I would have to say that my favorite item now is probably the new cat plushies that came in the 3.0 update. and the mom's homemade cakes that you get in the mail, especially the one where it's designed as a strawberry shortcake. The detail in the foods of Animal Crossing, I think, is top tier in any kind of life sim. My favorite furniture set, though, is it's between the antique or the elegant set and also the ranch set. I mean, there's a lot of really good decorations in Animal Crossing. Really quick, I just want to point out in this specific level of Hozy, I love the overgrown like ivy coming from the walls, and also the stained glass windows, and also the stained glass lamp in the lighthouse. I think it's so pretty. This level, by far, probably one of my favorites, aside from the cafe level of Hozy. Definitely go and check out that video if you are enjoying this video so far. But the next question that I have for this specific theme of video is, what is one thing that I would tell the devs of Animal Crossing to change? And I would say in the next Animal Crossing game, I really hope that they will make the decorating the island portion of the game a little bit easier. Like, you know how we have the function in the interior where you're able to basically pull things from your inventory and place them? That's what I hope that they'll add to the exterior, just because it would be a little bit more convenient and a little bit easier, I think, as well, in terms of like maneuvering things in specific places. Also, can we just talk about how there are some unnecessary widths of the hitboxes of specific items? Like, you can't push them close together like I would like, but it's fine. It's fine. We still love the game. The next question that I have on my list is, what is my favorite cartoons? And I will say Millennial Core cartoons, hands down, probably the best, because they have some really good humor. I love Invader Zim because, I mean, who isn't a fan of Gurr, which is basically the robot that dresses up as the mongoose dog. And then we also have SpongeBob. I do a lot of SpongeBob vocal stems in my streams. You can ask the people that watch the streams. It's really funny. But another one of my favorite cartoons is actually the Powerpuff Girls, because I remember there was this one time where my mom actually had won. This was years and years and years and years ago when the Powerpuff Girls movie was like all of the hype. But my mom had won tickets to go and see the Powerpuff Girls movie, and I just thought that it was so cool, like as a little girl, that my mom had won something on the radio, and I thought it was really funny. I mean, it's funny looking back on it now, but I just thought that I was like a hot shot or whatever. And I don't know. Anyways, so yes, Powerpuff Girls, because that's like a core memory of my childhood, was watching Powerpuff Girls with my sister. We would pretend to be the Powerpuff Girls superheroes. Really quick, I want to point out that I think that this aesthetic for this lighthouse is actually really perfect. It's giving old people vibes, but in like the best kind of way, where there's actually class to the antique vibes. I don't know. There's just, it's something that hits close to home. I like a good vintage find when I go thrifting. So that's just something that this build or this level in Hozy really speaks to me. Not to mention there are some really weird items, like that one kiwi bird metal sculpture or whatever. I thought it was really interesting. Our next question that we have was actually a really good one, and this one was one that I had to really sit and think about, because I do watch a lot of YouTube while I make other YouTube videos. I know, extremely meta, right? But the question is, who was your inspiration in making your YouTube channel? And my two people that I think inspired me the most in terms of Animal Crossing is Katie Cozyway and Froggy Crossing. I think that they're both really great with I like how Katie is really chill. She's really cozy. She does a great job at narrating her dream tours and things like that. And then Froggy, I think Raven on Froggy Crossing she's just really funny. And I like that she also does variety cozy games as well. So that's something that I kind of see myself doing, is leaning more into how Raven at Froggy Crossing has her channel, where it's mostly Animal Crossing, but with some variety games and things like that. I also do do enjoy me a good little Simsy moment when I'm wanting to watch like life sim stuff. I am still a fan of The Sims 4. However, I haven't been playing it as much just because I'm wanting to check out other life sims, and my boyfriend and I occasionally watch Markiplier. So that's actually where I get my inspiration for my outro, is from him. And I think it's so funny because his content is a complete 180 of what I usually play, because I'm into cozy gaming where he plays a lot of more like horror games and stuff. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Markiplier, but right here is actually where I'm finishing up the final level of Hozy. Currently, there's only 9 levels, and the lighthouse is in fact the last level or room that we are able to decorate. I'm just showcasing the seaside kind of vibes that are from this build, and I think that it's so pretty. I love this. This is like, I could see this as a potential screensaver or something. And right here is where we roll credits. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the new portion of the game. They came up with a new update on June 18th featuring a sandbox mode where we're able to decorate a room, and I wanted to actually play this live with you guys while we answer the last couple of questions. So getting into the gameplay here, we have a new option available. It looks like it's still in beta phase, so they're still finessing some of the detailings, but clicking on sandbox mode, and I also saw in their trailer to this update that you're able to actually do like a revamp of basically all of the previous levels that are in existence. I'm really excited to see what people come up with in the community, and I'm thinking I might also, in like doing streaming and things like that, actually do like picture postings of what I come up with on my Instagram. So that's really exciting. But what I'm interested in exploring is the sandbox mode today, because that's the new addition to the game, as well as of course decorating the familiar levels. I want to start by doing maybe let's do a small micro build or something, and let's go ahead and we're gonna, as we're exploring these different options, answer the next question. Oh, really quick, I actually want to just kind of explore some of these familiar mechanics. How cute. And they have some really charming background music. That's really nice. I remember that some of the levels didn't really have background music unless you interacted with like specific music making items, like this piano, and there's like, oh, this TV looks familiar too, because this is from the cafe level. How interesting. You can just drop it off into the ether. But what I'm thinking we should do is, let's maybe change this yucky concrete wallpaper, or this flooring and stuff, into something different. I think this is the tool to change things, and you just right click on. I like this flooring. What are the other options? Let's go with, I like this rich floor, and then maybe, ooh, I like this wallpaper. I think that one's from the cafe again. What does this one have for offer? That pink wallpaper is cute. Maybe we'll do something just really cozy and simple. Ooh, that could be really cute. And let's actually start with maybe a rug. I'm gonna put this away. Oh, you can even change this background too. Neat. I'm sorry, I'm totally getting sidetracked by all of the different options in Sandbox. Very surprising. And here I was about to answer another question. How do I put this away? Do I hit escape? Oh, I hit escape. I guess that's one way to do it. Light switch? Cool. Okay. All right, cool. And I think that this is the nighttime, switching to night. Oh, interesting. Cute. I want to keep it on daytime though. While I rummage through the different decorations, I actually want to go ahead and answer the next question, because this room is going to be inspired by my dream music studio. For those of you that didn't know, I've talked about this on my streams and also in previous videos before, but outside of doing YouTube content and things like that, I actually teach piano and introductory, beginner, vocal performance lessons as a independent music teacher. So I go and I visit my students' homes and I teach them in their homes how to play piano or beginner voice techniques and things like that. So that's what this room is going to be inspired by. Eventually I want to actually have my own dream music and content creation room, aka my office or my study, and it's just gonna have my personality blown up all over the place, including all of my collection of plushies and things like that. But that question that I had just answered was essentially, do you have a job outside of YouTube? And the answer is yes, because in this economy, you kind of need to have dual jobs while side hustling on YouTube and on Twitch. So the last question that I actually have in tail as we speed finish this decoration or this sandbox room is, what is one thing that would be shocking for you guys to know about me? And it's that I am a ginger cat dressed in black cat clothing. So I wear a lot of black, which is absolutely hilarious. That it's completely opposite to my extremely bubbly personality. I love bright colors and things like that. I just don't like wearing it. And my interior design taste is that of someone who is very much into romantic goth style. I have dried bouquet of roses and I have like skull vases in my apartment, and it's just a complete opposite of my actual personality. It's really funny to think about it that way, but I guess you could just say that I'm a walking anomaly, or we have a lot of jokes about how, oh, Kayla's just an elder emo in disguise. Essentially, that's my vibe, is I'm very alternative, and that's I guess the shocking fact for you guys to know about yours truly, is that I may come off as very pastel and bubbly, but yeah. So anyways, we are wrapping up this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching my Q&A. I really hope that you enjoyed the time that we had together exploring the final levels of Hozy, as well as decorating a customized room in their new Sandbox addition to the game. If you guys enjoyed my interior decorating, I don't know if you want to call this a dream or a disaster, leave a like nonetheless. And if you have not subscribed to my cozyverse, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as always, my friend, I will see you in the next video. Bye!